Morning, YouTube. Today we're trying out something new. You see my first video I got posted up. It's flying the good old Cessna on a new radio on the FrSKY X20RS on loan from Scott at Dynamic Deans. And we set up another plane on this radio, but on the external module, using the built-in vector gyro in the Bigfoot, and using a Lemon RX on the TSMX protocol. And we're going to use the stabilization that comes with the plane, but it's set up on the external module on the FrSKY. So it's all connected up and ready to go. We're going to set her down, do a surface check, and get it in the air. The Bigfoot is flying on a, like I said, a Lemon RX. No, I take that back. I'm wrong. There's a Spectrum AR620 in there, bound up to the external module. I'll make sure that antenna is up. Surface checks. This is also going to be a Maiden on this plane. So
stabilization on. Stabilization off.
Stabilization is on a switch on this one because it's the built-in vector flight stabilization. So surfaces are working. I'll work them through their max. Rates are all set at 100%. I believe I have 30% expo. So let's get a throttle cut off, and let's give her some up elevator and see how she taxis out. Alright, taxis really well on the ground. I'm flying on a 3S2200 Ovonic pack, and to get CG it's all the way forward in the battery compartment. And a couple things I noticed while building this plane, the stock prop felt very heavy, so I went ahead and swapped that out for an APC 11x7E prop. And there was absolutely zero path for air to get to the speed control, so I cut some holes around that that landing light there below the propeller. So those are a couple of modifications I made right off the bat. And again, this is a Maiden on this plane, and it's the first time flying with the external module. So I think what we are going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and go to my RF system, and I'm going to do a range check. I hit the range check button, and I'm going to walk 35 paces away from the airplane. My paces are big. Alright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 20. Good morning, YouTube. I thought I was recording, but I was not recording. We just finished a range check on the Arrow's Bigfoot there, flying on the FrSKY X20RS, and set up on the external module using an AR620 Spectrum receiver. And this is going to be the maiden of the Bigfoot, as well as my first flight on the external module of this radio. It's really not going to be any difference, just a different module, feels all the same. But it's the maiden flight of the Bigfoot, and I made a couple of changes to the Bigfoot right out of the box. I swapped the heavy prop out for an APC 11.7, and I cut some holes for cooling in the nose, because the ESC had no way to get in the air. So I went ahead and cut some holes in there. It's got a 3S2200 pushed all the way forward for CG. Let's get you back up on the hat. Glad I checked to see if it was recording. Final surface test again. Alright, we will test flap compensation in the air. I do have elevator compensation set up on flight modes with flaps, so
Throttle cut. Throttle active.
and stabilization is on, so nothing left but to get her in the air. Effortless takeoff. Need some up trim.
Throttle cut. Throttle active.
Well,
Throttle active. Throttle cut.
let me pause here. Like I said, once I did inadvertently hit the throttle cut switch, and because that's an unfamiliar switch for me with the Spectrum system, I inadvertently flipped it past the throttle active and went into throttle cut. And because of no muscle memory on this new radio, I had the dead sticker in, but there is no damage. So we are going to walk her back down here, and I'm going to be mindful not to hit that button. All right.
Throttle active.
Throttle is active. I give it a bit more trim on the ground, so I can be some up elevator, and we'll taxi her back down here. Alright, we'll do another surface check, make sure. But I could find no damage, just a little dust on the spinner because it was dead stick and it just floated down. So I'm going to try to keep my fingers away from that, because I don't think... Alright, I got throttle past that.
Throttle cut.
And all the way forward is throttle cut.
Throttle active.
So I'm going to put my finger on that and hold that. And we are going to go right back up. Trim's looking better. I might give it a little right aileron. Alright, that's looking good. The trim. We're going to throw in some flaps.
Flat tap. Flat up.
Balloons a little. Let's cut some throttle back.
Flat tap.
Get around, see if we can level her out. See where she's at. That's not bad. And we'll go full flaps. Alright, let's bring that around. Pull some power back. I should level it even more. Even barn doors.
Flat tap. Flat up.
A little more right aileron, I think.
And 30 seconds.
The left aileron. Make sure coming the other direction it's the same.
1 minute.
Boy, this thing does tight loops. That's nice. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Taxis well. Now throttle cut. Alright. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Plane flies really well. It's got a lot of authority on all the surfaces I am flying on, 100% rates. But it flies pretty darn good. Alright, we're going to fly it some more. I think I might pause, put another battery in, and just take her right back up. Stay tuned.